Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and welcome back to my channel. I'm just like, I gotta start switching it up on y'all. I gotta start fucking with y'all a little bit when I do these little introductions and whoever, whatever over here. But anyways, hi, hello, yes indeed, I am in fact Zachary Michael, Zachary Marie, Zachary Michael also, whoever, whatever. And we are back again today to keep up with the happenings, the very exciting happenings of Amberlynn Reed over here on my channel. So that's what we're gonna do today. I don't really have a lot to say. Today's drink of choice is my favorite flavor of LaCroix. It's the limoncello. If you are one of those girlies that's like, who drinks LaCroix? It tastes like it has like a hint. There's like, it tastes like it has fruit static flavor. It tastes like it was like maybe stored in a fridge with fruit. Limoncello actually has some, it packs some punch when it comes to flavor, okay? This shit is good. I love it. I highly recommend. I like a lot of sparkling water though, even the ones that people are like, that doesn't taste like anything. Well, this one does, okay? Alright. I also am doing my own version of Amberlynn Reed's poop bun, and that's called putting a hat on. It's called putting a hat on, because that's just how the world's going for me today. So, Amberlynn has a poop bun. I have a Furby hat. Isn't this a fun Furby hat, by the way? Alright, anyways, whatever. The video today that we're watching is called Not Able to Increase My Semaglutide Dose, Target Grocery Haul, and Food Aversion Bar Vlog. It's back, baby. It's back. It's back. We missed her. A lot of y'all aptly pointed out when I was like, where's the bar? Where's the bar? And y'all are like, the bar's in hell. The bar is so low. But the bar is back, baby. She's raising the bar. The bar is back. I'm so excited. The only thing I have to say about the title otherwise, the part about not being able to increase her semaglutide dose, like, I think, and I didn't fact check this before I started filming today because, girl, just not doing it today. But I seem to remember when she started taking semaglutide, she said that the goal was to take the lowest dose for as long as you could, and then eventually, like, move on when that stops being as effective. So I'm like, I don't know why she's so concerned, because she's only been on this dose or whatever for like a month, right? I think, correct? I don't know, girl. I don't know. Yeah, let's just get to, shall we?
Hello guys.
Hi.
So it is June 17th. Welcome to a new vlog.
Let's fucking
Today
go.
Is half up, half down because it is just annoying me and I don't want it up and I don't want it fully down. So it's like, let's meet in the middle.
Baby, why don't you just meet me in the middle? I'm losing my mind just a little. Why am I singing Maren Morris? I don't even like Maren Morris like that, but that just is what came to my mind. You know, I feel like it's been a second since she insisted on starting a video with comments on her appearance, but I feel like that's so fitting since I started today being like, my hat is my poop bun. Let's fucking go.
Today I'm going to be wearing my new
thank God.
Platinum Rush.
Thank God.
I actually have this lotion, random fact. Oh my gosh, it smells so
Love a random
good.
fact.
Okay, you guys, so we have a Target haul. It is a grocery Target haul. So
yes, this is what I've been waiting for. Sign me the fuck up. I shouldn't have thrown it like that. Good thing it ended up bouncing off the chair, going onto the floor right next to me. And we're good. I picked it up. So if I need more later, it'll be easily accessible. All right, give me this Target grocery haul. Let's go.
I really only needed a couple things, but then this happened.
Oh my God.
I know I'm the only one that happens to. Okay, first things first. I saw this and I was
She's not a quirky girl because she's not the only one that happens to, you know?
Excuse me, ma'am. So these are protein chips, but they're...
Anna? Glitter and lasers over here getting her to eat these fucking protein chips so she can have this protein forward meal. The The protein. It's just so funny because, like, I 100%, I don't need the, like, think pieces in the comments or anything like that about protein, because, like, I do understand the concept of protein and why it is very beneficial to people who are on a variety of diets. I have people in my family who have had different versions of, like, gastric bypass and or weight loss surgery, and I know that it's really important for those diets. So, like, I understand the concept. It is really, truly a trend. Like, I cannot avoid people who make this type of content, like weight loss type of content, talking about protein. And I promise you, as somebody who's been in this space for a really long time, that is not what the conversation has always been about. So it's just so funny to me. It's just so funny to me because I know she said that in her last video that we reacted to, she said that the person at the med spa place where she gets her semaglutide told her to lead a protein-focused diet. But after I published that video last night, I was thinking about it, and she didn't it's not like she went to the med spa to get the semaglutide and immediately started the protein situation type of deal. I do think it's possible that was told to her at the med spa. I think it's more realistic that she started seeing people talk about it on TikTok and on the internet, because she did mention, like, oh, and then I started to see it all over the place. I think it's more likely she saw people on the internet talking about protein, and then she was like, oh yeah, somebody did tell me I should do that, and then she started doing it. Because this only started in the past, like, week or two, and she's been on semaglutide for a month. So, well, at this point, more than a month, but you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I do think she's only doing it because it's trendy and not because, like, a medical professional told her to do it, to be honest with you.
Literally made with chicken breasts.
Also, a protein chip is just so crazy. Just eat some regular chicken breast.
Egg whites and bone broth. There was several different flavors. I got the sea salt and vinegar, so we're definitely going to be trying those.
Okay,
so I'm
great.
going through a food aversion. Yes, I am. This happens to me. My worst one that I've ever gone through was, like, little seaweed snacks. I was obsessed for a while. This was back in, like, 2018.
Wait, what is, she's got me questioning what the word aversion means. Let me Nancy Drew this real quick. Okay, Google says, aversion means a strong dislike or disinclination. See, that's what I thought. But then she was talking about how much, let her finish. She was talking about how much she loves seaweed snacks, though, and that confused me.
And ever since then, like, I can barely even look at a seaweed snack.
Oh,
before I
okay.
feel like I'm literally gonna puke. So you're wondering, what am I having a food aversion to right now? These. It's like these salami sticks.
Oh, thank God! Thank God! No, girl, those things are gross. It would make sense that you had an aversion to them. It took me forever to finish those little shits because I don't like to waste food. And I always would think, this will make it just such a quick little snack for me to grab out of the fridge. Like one or two of them. No, they suck. They suck. It makes 100% sense that you might have a food aversion to them. It also sounds like, in addition to your food aversion, you become food obsessed with specific items too, because if you're saying that you ate so many of the seaweed snacks that you developed an aversion to it, and you're saying the same thing for these, maybe let's start evaluating, like, actually being the queen of moderation, and you can enjoy things without being obsessed with them. Although I will say, I do get into little, like cycles and loops of, like, enjoying the same things over and over and over again, so I do get it. But either way, I'm so glad that these are over. I'm so glad we're moving on. Although it feels like she's setting this up to talk about some kind of new salami meat situation type of deal to be obsessed with.
And you get so many for a serving that it, like, satisfies me and I don't feel triggered while I eat them. Isn't that crazy?
Should we, it's been so long, but should we do a little memorial service it feels like we should do a memorial service for the salami. Give me a second. Dearly beloved, we gather here to say our goodbyes. Here she lies, Trader Joe's salami sticks. No one really knew how many calories were in them because it was so confusing. Y'all, also, I gotta take this off immediately. I haven't used this in so long. It's so dusty and fucking musty. Also, there's a reason. You can now see why I was wearing my Furby hat. Okay, she's dusty, she's musty. If I start sneezing in a second, I'm blaming that hat and that scarf. I haven't used them in so long. Should we leave this burning in the background? All right, it's time to return. Amberlynn, thank you so much. We'll miss the salami sticks, for real, for real.
Let me tell you how it happened. So I was excited. I was about to open a new pack because I just went to Trader Joe's. And I was like, oh, I'm going to have me a little snack. And oh my God, I've never experienced this before, but I opened it and there was just a bunch of like white dots on it. And I'm pretty sure it was just like the fat from the salami coming out, like dots, and it was just all over. I was like, oh my God. So I had to throw them away. Like, literally, it made me ill. Even just looking.
You describing it's kind of making me ill. I'm not usually inclined to like, side with you about gross things, but the way you described it sounds nasty. I mean, it probably helps that I already kind of think those salami sticks are nasty just on their own without the fat circle dot thing situation type of deal.
Looking at it, so I was like, okay, I don't like wasting food, but we did what we did. Let's grab a new pack. Turns out they were all like that. So now I am completely turned off by those things. Just not. Like disgust, which really sucks. So, you know, we gotta find a different beef stick. I really like the,
What will she do without her meat stick, y'all? How's she gonna properly goon without her meat stick? Also, I said that she was gooning with those fucking bubbles the other day. And y'all are like, well, not y'all, but there were people in the comments that were like, I don't think you know what gooning means. And I'm like, do y'all know what gooning is? Because I knew what I meant when I said gooning, okay? Maybe you should go ask the kids what gooning means these days, because I meant gooning. When I said gooning, I meant gooning, okay?
What is the brand of it? I don't know. There's a brand of beef stick that I really enjoy, but like Target never has them. It is these.
It's the Dukes.
Original recipe is great, but
it's the Dukes, and you know what? There's a mom I used to watch. She doesn't post videos anymore. It makes me kind of sad, but her YouTube channel was called 50 Shades of Mom, and she always bought the fucking Dukes meat sticks, the little smoked shorty sausages for her son.
Hot and spicy is my personal fave. These are absolutely delicious. After you open the bag, put it in the fridge, and it's just like bon appetit. So I was like, okay, I'll just try this one.
Bon appetit.
Trapper deli style beef sticks. I have no idea. So we're gonna try that.
Ooh,
I also
15
love me some
ounces.
jerky, so I got me my favorite kind, which is just peppered. So
love my not a meat girly.
Well, I am trying to lessen my carbs. I'm not doing like low carb or anything, but if I can get like a burger with no bun or replace fries with a salad, I'll do it.
Let's go.
But like sometimes I do want just like a little bit of pasta. And I feel safer making pasta at home versus like getting it at a restaurant because restaurants give you so much food. But here at home, I can easily just weigh out a serving and call it a day. But
I'm kind of gagged that she didn't get a protein pasta because that's also stuff that they do make. They make like protein enriched pasta all the time these days. I'm kind of shook that she just went with the old Target brand, regular ass angel hair pasta. I mean, I don't think every single food she needs to eat has to have pasta or protein in it. So I want to be clear, I'm fine with it. I'm just surprised that she got the protein chips made out of chicken breast and egg whites and bone broth, but didn't get the protein pasta.
I got some angel hair pasta. I needed some more eggs, so I got some of them. I just get the Eggland's Best, which is literally the best. I got some sirloin steak strips, which is literally just the strips cut up. You can't really tell. I'm just going to keep it in this bag for the fridge. But these are just so easy to season, make really tasty, and put in the air fryer. Like, delish.
Chef Len.
And I got 3 of one of my favorite Amy's. It's just the chili mackerel, which I add some tapatio to it, and it's so good. So again, I did get 3 of those.
I mean, I get the sense that she's not eating a restrictive diet or anything like that, but it is so slay to me that that she's still getting fucking processed microwave TV dinners, but whatever works, honestly. True. I mean, like, whatever she is doing is working for her. Let's be clear about that. Like, it seems to be working for her. So if the Amy's chili mac and cheese bowl is what she needs to do, and that's what works for her and her family, stunning.
Here's the second one. Here's the third one. And then I got some cottage cheese,
Love.
small curd.
Love,
I got
love,
some
love.
of these 4-cheese mini raviolis.
Love.
I've never tried this before, but
Love all the pasta. Love all the pasta. Stunning.
it seems like every ravioli I taste, I enjoy, so I know I'm gonna like it. I got some
Me.
more shaved Brussels sprouts because I really enjoy these with chicken sausage. I remember the last time I made it, people were saying how I didn't season it and stuff. Girl, I season everything. I'm a seasoner. I got some.
I think it probably has something to do with you not showing that. It probably has something to do with you not showing that process and it looking bland and dry as hell. Because if you don't remember, that was in that video where she's like, I'm a protein girly, I'm eating all this protein. And then she had that meal where it was like the raviolis and the chicken sausage and the Brussels sprouts. And it was all dry as hell looking. Looked so bland. She didn't add any kind of sauce, nothing. And she's like, this tastes so good. I'm a chef. I'm Chef Lynn. No, girl. No, you are not.
Taco blend, shredded cheese, some Colby Jack string cheese. Last but not least, I got some chicken sausage in Italian style. And then some Cajun style addoli. Probably pronounced that wrong. So that is everything.
And Dewey? I love how she just skipped over the letter N in the word andouille and came up with addoli. Love it. No, truly, since I can read, it doesn't really matter. I think the other thing that people, well, one, I mostly just find the way that she pronounces things funny and interesting. I don't think it makes her an awful or bad person if she can't pronounce something correctly. I do think, though, the other thing that people, find so funny about her mispronouncing things or having bad English, grammar, etc., it's just that, like, she talks about being a writer and being like, I love writing, I'm writer Lynn. And so I think that's the other part of it that historically has also always been funny. And also it's just like, girl, how many times have you gotten, like, all these different sausages? Like, let's start learning how to say their names, But live your truth, girl.
And now I'm going to put it all away.
Let's go.
So I just put away all my cold stuff. And I remembered I needed to clean this out. Can you guys please remind me? Because it's like, I'm having a hard time.
Girl, just do it now.
Finding spots. Because you guys know, this is my version of a pantry here. So it's like, I just shove things.
Girl, just do it now. Just fucking do it now. What do you mean, will you guys remind me? First of all, you filmed this like a week ago, so me reminding you right now means that it's been sitting around for a week unorganized. But two, like, what could you possibly be doing today that is keeping you from being able to organize your pantry? Especially right now while you're already putting groceries away and shit like that anyways. Like, you mark as well, just take everything out and organize it in a way that makes sense.
Where they fit, where they see fit.
This is the problem. This is how it gets unorganized all the time, is because when you bring new stuff in, instead of saying, let me find a way to organize it in a way that makes sense so that I can get to everything, you just pile shit on top of other shit and it's not organized. This is a fucking mess.
Like, I used to finish all my food so quickly. So it's like, I wouldn't have all this, like, random stuff. Like, I literally am obsessed. You guys.
The problem is not that you're messy and unorganized. The problem is that you just don't finish your food quick enough anymore. And that's the problem. That's why it looks so unorganized. See, what I'm not buying about that is you just showed us, like, a few videos ago, you just showed us your drawer full of jewelry. And it was also messy. It was also a fucking mess. Are you not eating your earrings fast enough and that's why it's so chaotic? No, I have a feeling it has more to do with you just being a mess in general and not being organized, bestie.
So good. But I just have a couple a day. These are from Trader Joe's. It's the tortilla chips, the chili and lime. So freaking good.
So
and
freaking
I still have
good.
this many left. And then I still have those popcorn puffs there. Like, these are thin crackers that I bought, like, literally over a month ago. It's just, you know, I don't, like, overindulge like I used to. And it just feels really good to, like, have tons of little options where I can just, like, take a bite here and there. And
I really am obsessed with her really utilizing her disorganized pantry as an opportunity to be like... Oh, you think I'm disorganized? Well, it's really because I'm such a dainty queen of moderation, and I'm just not eating everything very quickly. That's all it is. You know, that's all it is.
I know to, like, a normal person, they're like, yeah, that's, like, a normal thing, but for me, you know, it never was. Okay, you guys, we do need to talk.
Okay, let's
This wasn't
talk.
something that I was gonna bring up now because I can't say, like, the full story around it. I know a lot of people hate when I'm like, there's something going on, I'll tell you about it later, which actually a lot of YouTubers do that, but it's, like, legitimately true.
Ooh, she hasn't done that in a while. She hasn't done that moment, situation type of deal in a while, where she, you know, says that, well, other YouTubers do it too, so I should be able to. Which, like, may very well be the case. It may very well absolutely be the case. But it's also hard to say what the context of those other YouTubers saying stuff like that is. And for all she knows, people are also annoyed with them about it. What we do know the context is Amberlynn's channel. We have the context for what's happening over here. And the context is that she's always doing that. She's always teasing something out as a way to get people to click on videos. And if her audience doesn't like that, then she needs to listen to what her audience has to say about that. It doesn't matter if old Alexandra Rodriguez is out here saying, well, I got something going on I can't talk about. I don't know if she is, but I just know that's somebody who Amberlynn watches. Doesn't matter if Tana Mongeau is doing it, Mongoose, I forget what her name is. It doesn't matter if Trisha Paytas is doing it. It doesn't matter who else is doing it. The context for people complaining about her channel is people who watch her channel. So I don't think those people care if other YouTubers are doing it. The reality is for a long time, especially in like the past year or two, every time she comes onto video, she's saying there's something going on and I don't want to talk about it right now. Then don't. Because the reality is she also frequently never actually comes out with what it was. It probably took her an entire year or more to come out about the weight loss surgery stuff that she was like, I don't know, there's something going on with weight loss surgery that I can't tell you about, blah, 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 blah. So it's the context of your channel that people find it irritating. Who cares what other YouTubers are doing?
I'm only sharing this now for, like, continuity reasons and because I feel like my Semaglutide story is something that's, like, a really big thing in my life right now. So 2 days ago when I took my 5th Semaglutide shot, I was supposed to increase my dose. So I was supposed to double the dose that I took for the first 4 weeks. Because what happens is your body gets used to these things. Your body gets used to Ozempic, it gets used to the Semaglutide, whatever injection you're using. So usually it's week 5, you increase that dose. But I wasn't allowed to, and the reason why is the section that I can't yet say. But when I can tell you guys the reason why I wasn't able to increase it, you guys will definitely understand, and I will be telling you guys soon. There's just some T's I gotta cross and some I's I gotta dot, and then you guys will know. And it's
I'm just like, I'm trying to think of, like, what in the world could possibly be so secretive about why she couldn't increase her dosage that it's that big of a deal. I feel like also she didn't have to do all of this. You know, I feel like she could have just said, like, oh, hey, like, I wanted to increase my dosage, but I can't yet. Or she could have just said nothing at all, because I didn't even realize she was supposed to increase her dosage. Maybe some of y'all realized that, but I really just thought that, like, from what I remember of her saying whenever she started doing this, like I said already in this video, I thought she said that you were supposed to, like, go with it for as long as you could until your body got accustomed to it, and then you would wait. So I I don't know. It just feels really kind of silly. It feels like extra. I'm like, what? Also, her use of saying, I gotta dot all the I's and cross all my T's. Like, is she under contract or something? Part of me is like, she did mention having... I don't know. Part of me hopes that she's, like, on a reality show or something. Because she mentioned that she had, like, a Zoom meeting or something, like, a week or two ago. I don't remember when it happened. And I was just like, oh my god, maybe she's meeting with a producer for, like, a reality show or something. And so maybe she can't increase it with something like that. That's really speculation station right there. We are really getting on the conspiracy train. I don't really actually know what it could be, but that is... so interesting to me as a concept. What could there possibly be that she wouldn't be able to share the reasoning for why she couldn't go? I would guess that it would be just like a health related thing. Like maybe her lab work or something came back and they were like, oh, you need to slow down or something like that. But I don't understand why she couldn't share that with us. And she also just shared like her hemoglobin levels or whatever in the last video. So I feel like she would just share those things with us now if that's what was going on. I don't know. And see, this is this is why I get irritated when she says there's something going on, but I can't tell you, because it just leads to this speculation that I'm doing, and probably people who are speculating even worse than me. Probably speculating even worse than I am right now. I also really am still wondering what's going on with Valentine. I think something happened with her too, and I need to know that. Is she still around, bestie? We might find out in a week in like a Q&A, because I'm sure she's getting questions about that now, but if she's only filming those Q&A parts for next week, we probably won't find out anything until then.
It's actually a really exciting reason, so it's going to be worth it.
Oh.
But the issue is, I'm not going to be able to increase my dose for 4 more weeks.
Okay.
And that scares me, and I feel emotional about it, because I'm sitting here, and I've been thinking about food all day long. So the shot that I had on Saturday, obviously, I'm not really feeling it. And it scares me, but I know that it's going to be worth it. But I'm just like afraid of feeling this for 4 more weeks. Like, I don't want to feel this way.
But
like,
also, bestie, were you... I mean, I know she very much is like, has been like, oh yeah, like the semaglutide is working. I'm very grateful for the semaglutide, blah, 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 blah. But also in the last video, she was talking about all of the choices she's making for herself that have been helpful. So like, let's focus on that. You know, you were the one that was just like, congratulations to me also, though, because I have been making better choices, making better decisions when it comes to food. So let's focus on that part.
Like, I very much have been so grateful for semaglutide. It has taken away food noise. And
Sure.
food noise is very much just like, you know, the constant thinking of food. Like,
Yeah.
What am I going to eat next? Oh my god, I'm hungry. I want something sweet. I want something salty. I want something crunchy. I want something hard. I don't know.
Ooh.
Food noise is very much that.
What do you know about wanting something hard? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You feel me?
Just like thinking about food all the time. Like, I don't like that. And semaglutide took that away from me. And now it's like, since I didn't get to increase my dose, I'm over here just like, oh my god. I'm now having to like do this on my own because I'm practically like starting over in a way.
It does raise the question of like, what other work are you doing on yourself right now to, you know, be able to live in a world where you're not on semaglutide? I don't know if she's planning to take semaglutide for the rest of her life. I would guess maybe, probably not. But that just raised the question for me, like, what kind of work are we doing outside of the semaglutide? Which, like, I mean, I really do, like, still stand by everything I said in my video yesterday, which is, like, I think a lot of times people... like lately in society have demonized all people who take Ozempic and semaglutide and Mounjaro and Wegovy and whoever, whatever, in order to, you know, lose weight. And I think it's crazy that people would be mad that somebody in Amberlynn's condition would be using a tool like that to help their weight loss along. I think, you know, it's a whole other conversation for celebrities that are doing it who only want to lose like 10 to 20 pounds. But Amberlynn clearly needs some help, so it's just like, I do think it's crazy that people are upset that she's using it. I also think it's fair, and maybe I didn't reiterate this enough yesterday, but I do think it's fair to be like, girl, you need to do something more outside of this. I mean, I have been fully like, are you going to therapy? Because she's sitting over here in the video I watched yesterday saying, oh, I color to cope with my feelings and emotions. Well, yeah. You need to keep working on this outside of just taking the medicine. And I think that that's probably the part you're missing, girl. You probably need to work on those feelings outside of it. Because you are somebody who has said that you have a food addiction. You've also at different points in your life said you had a binge eating disorder. And both of those things are things that probably need some kind of like mental health assistance. Like it's probably going to be very hard for you to do those things alone.
And you guys, you will know why soon, so don't worry. But I'm just kind of like expressing my fears right now. Because I feel like I know, like, if in a week from now I come on here and I explain to you guys, yeah, this last week was really hard because semaglutide, like, you know, I wasn't able to increase my thing, blah, blah, blah. You guys would be like, why didn't you tell us? Like, are you just lying?
Sure,
I think it's very important that I be transparent and express to you guys that I'm nervous. I'm scared. I'm fearful. I have loved just the feeling of just like not wanting to eat because my whole life I have turned to food for so many reasons. Sorry. Like, I am definitely an emotional eater for sure. Like, most people are, especially people who are bigger. A lot of people turn to food when they're feeling sad or even when they're happy. A lot of people it's like congratulations or happy birthday.
I only have so much to say because this is really just reiterating the point that I just made, which is just that, yeah, you need to go to therapy. You need to go to therapy because honestly, truly what she's saying here to me is that the semaglutide is acting in the same way as other things that she's had in the past. It's a coping mechanism for her. It is, you know, allowing her to not deal with her actual feelings. And at the end of this all, she could lose 100 more pounds with semaglutide, and she's still gonna have all those feelings. Like, all those feelings are still gonna be there. And it's apparent right now, where she's not feeling the effects of the semaglutide, that the feelings are there. Like, let's go to therapy, girl. Like, I promise. It's just also well because last summer, summer 2023, she was actively going to therapy for the weight loss surgery stuff. And she talked extensively about how much it changed her life and this, that, the other. And it's just like, she's not making that effort again. She's not trying to do all that again. Like, let's just go to therapy. Let's just do it. I'm sure you can access it. If you can access these expensive weight loss shots, you could also access therapy. I know therapy is not accessible to everybody. I get that. I'm specifically talking about Amberlynn here. Like, I just know she could. I just know she can because she has. She has before.
Birthday, let's go out to eat. Happy anniversary, let's go out to eat. Food is celebrated for so many different reasons. You guys definitely get what I'm saying. So even though I have been thinking about food majority of today, I still have been on track. So right now it's hard to go off of like true intuition. So I'm just sort of copying what I have been doing for the last month.
Sure.
Just like trying to stay in that head frame and still eating the same portions and making the same choices as I have been. Like, increasing my dose would have been absolutely incredible. I would have been feeling on top of the world. But right now I'm kind of just like going through the process right now. And I just have to continue staying strong because I feel so good. I'm beginning to notice my weight loss a lot. At first I really just felt it like in the way that I move, or like me sitting in my mom's car, like it just feels so much better, or like my breathing or the way that I walk. Now I'm noticing certain clothing is fitting me better. I'm also noticing my face is looking smaller, and there are just like several things that I am noticing. Like my shoulders just seem like a little more in instead of like out. Like, there's just like random little things, and I just want to keep my momentum up. So we need to get through this month together, and I honestly cannot wait to tell you guys what is in store. It's gonna help me a lot. Okay guys, so
you know what would help you a lot, Amberlynn? You know what would help a lot? If if you would just go to therapy. She's like, let's get through this month together. Girl, ain't nobody in your YouTube audience gonna be able to help you process and cope with your emotions and feelings regarding food, regarding whatever else is going on in your life. Like, ain't none of it gonna help with that. Go to therapy.
It has been a couple hours since I filmed that last clip. And I just want to say I'm feeling better. I think I just needed to, like, get that off of my chest.
Sure.
But, like,
you know where you could get that off your chest? Y'all are going to be so annoyed that I brought it up so many times. But you know where you can get that off your chest at? Therapy.
Like I said at the end of that last clip, like, it's all going to be worth it. I'm okay. I'm just maybe just being a little dramatic. But you guys know that about me. I'm pretty dramatic. But I'm good, okay? But this also reminded me that I need to give you an update because if you guys remember this from a few vlogs ago, right now I'm in a lot of pain. I think my kidney stone is moving.
Oh.
Like, because my pelvis hurts.
Yep.
And I have
blood.
Again. I want to let you guys know that it was only that day that I was experiencing pain and a little bit of blood in my urine. And
I kind of had forgotten. Thanks so much for the update.
I haven't had it since, but I'm telling you, the pain was so bad. And I heard that if you do like a lot of walking, a lot of moving, it can actually help a kidney stone pass. So I'm thinking just because like I've been super active lately, I think I was making my kidney stone move, and that's honestly the only thing I can think of because your girl was hurting and my urine did not look good. But I mean, I have a 6mm kidney stone, so I'm gonna be experiencing a little bit of symptoms. I was gonna update you guys in yesterday's vlog, but I totally forgot. That's why I'm doing that now.
Thanks so much.
Memory, Amberlynn. My memory is like so bad, like random fact about me.
Random fact about me, my memory is so bad. Her random facts are so annoying as a concept.
I have like the worst memory ever. Okay, guys, so it is the end of the night.
Okay.
Today's vlog was definitely pretty low-key, laid-back vlog. So I figured I would end it here, but we should do questions of the day.
Oh, we absolutely should.
Did she say her hair is thinning due to menopause? Isn't she 33? Yes, I am 33, but in 2020 I was diagnosed with uterine cancer, so I got a full hysterectomy. So, yeah. Why is she talking in cursive? I'm so confused.
Was she?
That's a good question. I
don't remember her talking in cursive. Cursive, if you don't know, was like a trend on TikTok probably a couple years ago at this point. I don't feel like I see anybody talking in cursive anymore. And I don't remember hearing her talk like that.
Oh no. I have noticed, like, for years and years, my inflections are kind of different, but I feel like they've gotten a lot more extreme. Not gonna lie. Anyways, I'm gonna end this vlog. I hope that you guys enjoyed because I know I did, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
That was one of the worst questions of the days we've ever gotten. That was like, what did we learn from that? Nothing. I learned absolutely nothing. Worst question of the day in a long time. Anyways, I don't have anything else to say outside of I hope she goes to therapy. She won't. She probably won't. But I think she could really benefit from it. And that I just say that because I think everybody could benefit from therapy. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like people like take that negatively from me when I say that. But I genuinely have gone to therapy for a good chunk of the last like 10 years of my life. And it is something that's like so integral to integral. What am I saying? Integral to like me maintaining my own mental health and happiness. And even with it sometimes like I still struggle. And I just can't imagine having all of the mental health challenges that Amberlynn has said that she has and not like actively working on that when she has access to it, and so many people don't. Not to be like, oh my god, she should feel bad because a lot of people don't have access to it and she does, but I'm just saying like she could be doing this right now. And that's what's so irritating to me. But anyways, that is, I think, all I have today, for real. So, if you are brand new here and you enjoyed today's video, consider subscribing down below. Hit the bell button so you get a notification every single time I post a new video. Make sure to leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media. I love you all so much. I had so much fun with you all today, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!